Hi everyone, welcome to a special two-part video update. Over the next 2 days, I'm going to share some important updates about the organization, the struggles we are discussing, and some preliminary actions we will be taking during the next 8 to 10 months. In less than a month, we will mark the 2-year anniversary of the change in our client services management structure. I remember the hard work leading up to the structure change and the optimism and enthusiasm we were all experiencing. That time also marked record high numbers of the direct support team, and we believed those numbers would only improve as we implemented the structure, which was designed to provide more supervision, mentoring, and oversight. At that time, we led our field, increasing the direct support wage by almost 15% and creating a career path for our client services team. Unfortunately, we could not have predicted the impact of external factors such as the lowest unemployment rate in 50 years and the minimum wage legislation, which passed later in 2018. These pressures, and now the challenges of COVID, have continued to plague our ability to recruit and retain an adequate number of direct support professionals, which has left our client services management team operating in crisis. Prior to the COVID pandemic, we acknowledged that the client services structure was not operating as we envisioned and would likely not be a long-term solution. We offered listening sessions to all members of the client services management team. In addition, our executives meet with our direct support staff during annual training to actively seek feedback. This feedback has consistently acknowledged that the size of the team is too large for a single supervisor to manage, and that our lack of an adequate number of DSPs continues to leave our supervisors putting out fires instead of training and developing new team members. I want to acknowledge that more than 200 of you are new to our team since 2018, and this is the only structure you have ever known here at Emmaus. But whether you have been here for a month or a decade, the strengths and weaknesses of the system have consistently been identified by all employees. Your feedback continues to drive our planning to improve the client services structure. We cannot thank you enough for continuing to give us your honest thoughts and often your proposed solutions. We have also received similar feedback from families. The structure is confusing for them. As I speak with family members, I often ask if they've spoken to the client services manager or if the client advocacy manager was in their planning meeting. They typically start by rattling off names and they say they don't understand everyone's job, but the person they are the most familiar with is usually a team member who works with their loved one directly in the home. The current client services structure was designed for a CSM team to be comprised of the manager, the associate, and the med coordinator to support 16 to 20 clients across 4 to 5 homes. The feedback has consistently been that these caseload sizes are too large. Recently, we experienced more success when some teams managed only 3 homes. Unfortunately, since 3 homes only support 9 to 12 clients, we are forced to spread the cost of the same structure over fewer clients, which makes this too costly as a long-term strategy. To put this in perspective, when we originally planned the model, we were managing more than 70 homes and 255 clients. We believed the structure would give us room to grow, as it was designed to serve 80 homes and about 280 clients. But if we compare that to our current situation, today we serve 213 ISL clients living in 67 homes. So if you do the math, we would need 14 to 15 CSM teams based upon our current census. And we know that that can never be successful. In today's environment, the structure also did not build the career ladder we had hoped for. We imagined that the opportunity to be promoted to roles of increasing responsibility would be attractive to many. However, for some very valid reasons, many team members have chosen not to seek advancement. This requires us to look externally for new talent. The feedback and results of the current structure are not all bad. In fact, it has produced many great results, like the addition of the medical coordinator and a greater sense of teamwork and collaboration throughout the client services team. While we modeled the structure after an organization similar to ours, we received some well-deserved criticism that we should have piloted the structure prior to launching it for the entire organization. One of my primary goals today is to share with you the news that we are suspending our search for new CSMs while we pilot some alternative structures. If you are a member of the management team and interested in participating in a pilot, please contact your director. I want to assure you that we still have plenty of work to do. While we may be renaming roles and reallocating job responsibilities, rest assured that we do not anticipate a decrease in the size of the client services team. We have also received several questions about our recent home consolidations and moves. Some of these moves have been done on an emergency basis to address a critical staffing issue due to COVID. However, we currently have about 25 vacancies in our existing homes, and consolidation of homes is one of the strategies that we are exploring to ease the burden on our critically low DSP staffing levels. Of course, we want to continue to do this in a manner that respects the choice of our clients and their families. I am sharing this information with you today so that you will have a better understanding as we begin to try new options. I hope that you and your teammates will be open to new ideas as we develop a plan that strives to give you a better life balance, more time for rest, a more stable schedule, learning and development opportunities, and a solid career path. Thanks for staying with me today for this long message. Stay tuned tomorrow for part 2 of our updates. Have a great evening.